Alright, so we have here obviously some crackly ground that need to just like drop from that height onto there. So we'll go ahead and find our way up there, which I believe just to my left up here. And then I'm just gonna drop straight down onto that thing and get some sweet acornage or medallions or whatever. So let's just do that. Post haste, and we have access to tunnel, which I don't know where that's gonna lead me, but we have an energy upgrade, which is useful. Reminder to all personnel. Please keep a safe distance from the Amrita swarms that become terribly aggressive when in need of Amrita. And I can just like spray Amrita on their faces and they're like, yay! Let's see. Oh, okay, what does it say? Stand on the lookout for any intruders on the premises. A number of regards have been reporting seeing shadowy figures watching our operations from afar. So there's gonna be some trouble brewing in the world of Valley. Turns out it's not so, like, 100% peaceful at all times. There's a little bit of trouble in this video game that's supposedly about, like, life and death. It'd be interesting to see if there's any sort of actual death involved at some point. Aside from deaths that are caused by myself. Lights still have power. Yeah, I guess that is kind of a weird point, huh? Cool. Let's see, we have, what appears to just be, like, some, like, life upgrades over there. There's not really anything, like, hostile in this area. Not, ooh, that's a suit upgrade. That's a suit upgrade. Another from Pathfinder. Dying while using the L.E.A.F is incredibly experience. And that's how myself can possibly deserve it. A daydream. Die by falling into a lake next to him. I'm standing by the shore. No one wiser is what happened to me. Is it even real? The answer is no, dummy. It's a video game. Swing yourself to new places with the coil. I don't know how to do it. Plus and hold while targeting a dead eye. That's a dead eye. Release mid-swing to get a boost.
The fiber coil upgrade to the L.E.A.F suit allows Pathfinders to grapple onto certain target points within a limited range, allowing them to reach areas where jumps prove insufficient. For testing purposes, the fiber coil is currently limited to particular targets.
That was an awful swing on my part. Neat though. Okay, so this game really is all about like the cool movement tech that they're going for with everything. How many acorns? 5 acorns. I got plenty of acorns. I got acorns out the ass. What does this say? Crane block overhead. Well that just means like jumping puzzle for bird. Ooh, there's actually a couple of crates down here, so I'm gonna come down here first and see what's in this thing. Plot. Never mind. Large portion of the valley mapped out. We explored most of the acorn doors. There's a couple squads and medallions to keep that big step pyramid. I don't understand how they wrote the concept of the acorn doors in this game with a straight face. Like, that is just ridiculous. But, their game. Their rules, I guess. Yeah. So, I'm gonna kind of deviate from talking about the video game for a little while here. I know that there's something to be said about, like, actually commentating about the video game directly. But, there's something just kind of on my mind, because I was thinking about, something that somebody said in a YouTube comment. And I'll be slicing that conversation in while I'm reading through this stuff. So samsara, the repeating cycle of birth, life, and death, affected by the karma fostered during one's life, is that what Pathfinders experience, constantly dying and reviving. According to Buddhism, there's no beginning to the cycle, but it can be broken through enlightenment. Okay, 12 acorns, I got 14. That's kind of good enough for me. We'll just keep exploring. Oh, more suit upgrades. It's probably just going to be a little energy upgrade, but that's still kind of useful. Yep, there it is. I'll take that and see if there's anything else to be explored in this area. No, but I mean, I'll gladly take energy upgrades because at the very least I can use them to get like lots of double jumps in and stuff like that. But, oh, that feels good. That feels really, really good to do. I was gonna say I hear an Amrita swarm over there, so let's just kill that real quick. The interesting thing about this game I've noticed is that there's not really, as far as I can tell, a limit to the range on your attack, which is really, really strange from a game design point of view in some respects, because there have been lots of rooms that I've been going through in this game where I'll see like an Amrita swarm or some sort of danger across the entire way, and I'll just start chucking energy into it, and because of the fact that there's no range to anything, it's like not a problem for me to just hit it from what seems like I can dramatically outrange, like, the Amrita swarms, for example. So we'll see. That's, I've also been able to hit, like, trees from across the entire, like, map, practically, at some points. Ever since the Pathfinder program decided to use the Deadeye crane blocks as part of their trading, my intruders have been constantly putting themselves in harm's way to set them up. Don't even wear a damn leaf suit, otherwise they'll live. What a waste. Oh, whatever. I'm wearing a leaf suit, and I've never died before. Aside from the times I've fallen into the water, but, I mean, that's most of the leaf suit dying, not me. I don't know where I'm going right now. Oh, I just hit the elevator? I think I might be back at the start of the game at this point. I'm not entirely sure. I need to hit that to turn it on? Okay, good. Cool, so I don't know where this is taking me, and I feel like I skipped some of the level. So I think that I might not want to, like, keep exploring so much. We'll see.
Extreme security screening and clearances in effect. All personnel entering cargo bay require appropriate badge identification.
Well, I think I have a badge, right? I mean, I can just point to my leaf suit and be like, hey, this is me. I'm allowed in here, right? And then they can be like, no or yes or something. I'm not entirely sure. Alright. Let's just see where this is popping me out real quick. Looks like it's coming to a stop right here. Is one of the doors going to open? Or am I just... There we go. Cool. Alright, so we have the typical, like, industrial pipeline-y area, which is actually kind of fun for platforming purposes. I do have to wonder if I can, like, fall from this area down into the previous level, or if that's all been deloaded and that would just count as a death. I can see either way being an interesting design choice in its own right. So yeah, there was a comment that was left on my channel on a scrap mechanic video by somebody who isn't in chat and somebody that I don't know if they're even gonna watch this video or whatever, but I was thinking about what they said, and it took me a little bit by surprise. Like, the more I thought about it, like, did Pathfinder strain here? Yeah, this seems like a good place to do it.
I've often found myself in the company of a Pathfinder entering home. The things he can do in the evening are unreal. Some nights we'll head to the rooftop above my office and watch the aurora. I have no idea what he could possibly see in me, though. I tend to ramble a lot.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, who wouldn't find Mesoamerican calendrical systems anything other than fascinating? Guys love that stuff, right?
Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was kind of thinking about, like, what they said, and just, I was kind of surprising myself with, like, what was immediately coming to mind. But, they said, like, Bird, why don't you have more views on your YouTube videos? You totally deserve them. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I know they're just trying to be nice, but I was just like, I don't know if I should respond like what I'm thinking about. But then the more I thought about it and decided, like, I would just kind of bring it up in this video, because why the hell not? Seems like it'd be kind of interesting to talk about. So, a long time ago, a friend of mine who's now doing pretty decently well for himself right now, he makes a webcomic series called The Prequel Adventures, which is a fairly well-known fan comic series about the Elder Scrolls crossed over with, like, Homestuck. Anyway, so we were talking, and we were getting into a very heated argument talking about artwork, and I was just like, we were just talking about, I had, like, done some drawings or whatever that sucked, and he was, like, giving me a lot of shit for it. He was like, you know, you're, like, pretty bad at this. Like, you need to practice a lot more if you want to have, like, any sort of, like, success at all. And I was like, well, he said it, like, way ruder than that. And I said something to the effect of, like, I deserve a little bit of respect for, like, trying this. And his response to that was, you don't deserve anything. And I was really, at the time, like, really pissed off at that sentiment. But I've thought about that, like, it had a pretty significant impact in the way I just kind of thought about things in general. Like, what does it mean to, like, deserve something and whatnot? And, like, I think that we were both right in a certain sense, But when it comes down to, like, I mean, from an interpersonal sense, like, I think, like, yeah, if somebody's doing something and you're their friend, you should absolutely, like, respect them for them, like, doing things outside their comfort zone. Hang on, I'm gonna read this really quickly. These melodies are getting cleaned up fast. Getting to pyramid first is gonna be tough. Hopefully I find out to be more quick. So I guess the Pathfinders were in some sort of contest to see who could get, like, the most medallions around the valley and make things happen. Oops, let's not jump to my death. Let's look for that thing first. Anyway, so I think that, like, between your friends or whatever, you should absolutely, like, try to have, like, a whole lot of respect for people who are, like, trying stuff new and trying things outside their comfort zones or whatever. But I think in the terms of business, like, it's so much, like, your successes have to be earned. Like, nobody, like, deserves success and should expect it to, like, happen to them, you know? I think that it's kind of an interesting thing because I think a lot of people have this sort of fallacy in their head where they think, like, if I just do good work and, like, make, like, really great videos or whatever, like, the success will just, like, come to me. And unfortunately, like, that just is not, like, the case. And I've run into this a lot in terms of, like, the world of software engineering, where people will just say, like, cool, that's creepy and ominous. People will say, like, oh, if you just make, like, a really great, like, software product, like, your customers are just gonna find you, basically. And, like, that really could not be further from the truth. You know, you have to, in the world of business, like, you have to market things like crazy, and you have to, like, just do things that people, like, I mean, and this applies to YouTube, like, tenfold, you know? It's about, like, bringing, like, the right type of product to people and, like, making them see it is a big part of it. And, like, just think about it this way, like, a lot of the feedback I've been getting lately has been, like, I didn't even know you ran a YouTube channel, and these were from people that I've interacted with, like, a lot. So that should tell me something, like, you know, if there are people that I've been talking to, like, nearly every single day or, like, streaming for and stuff, who say, like, I didn't even know you ran a YouTube channel, that's interesting feedback to receive, because I've been running a YouTube channel for 3 years now.
I wish the military's presence here wasn't so domineering. I can't face giant structures add much to the view. It would be nice if it was simply a place of study and conservation. I'm doing my best to steer the army away from the woods, but the only thing that seems to concern them is their project. Gathering up as many of these strange orbs as they possibly can.
Wow, this is a really, really cool segment. Ow, what the fuck? Oh, jeez. Okay, that thing is very, very aggressive, so the green ones go nuts on you. Very interesting. So yeah, I mean, like, I've always thought, like, you know, if I make the best content, like, people will eventually find their way towards me. And that has not been, I mean, that could not be further from the truth, as I've been experiencing lately. Well, that was a unexpected surprise. Good thing it popped me back over here as opposed to where I thought it was going to pop me, which was, like, way, like, basically back at the start of the level. But no, like, you have to make really great content, of course, but, like, you also, like I said, you have to make things that, like, people are gonna watch. And what are people gonna watch? They're gonna want to watch, like, new games and stuff like that. And, a big part of that, for people who don't know, like, a lot of the games that I was playing were, like, old indie games, like, stuff that's been out for a couple of years that nobody really, cares about so much. So that's why I've been playing a lot of, like, these newer, like, first-person puzzly games lately, and I've been getting a lot of success for that, which is really cool. But, you know, it's like, a big part of it, and this is something I've been saying to a lot of new YouTubers lately, is that it's kind of a game that you need a lot of money at the start of to get really good at. Like, you need to have the money to buy new games and kind of be on this treadmill of, like, storage cells? What are storage cells? These things? Ah, okay. So how much can I suck from this thing? A fair amount. A fair amount. Nice. Well, as usual in the military facility, I appear to have been, I appear to be some sort of intruder, as I have been this entire time. So anyway, as I was saying, you're kind of gonna be on this treadmill of, like, how, just buying new games kind of constantly. And, that's, like, the quickest way if you want to grow here, I think.